Well, looks like there's no room for me on the couch.
Welcome to another Nathan and People review. I'm People, and he's like, wait a minute!
You got the names wrong.
Yeah.
Take two. See if I can find a sweet spot.
Good.
Right there with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I think that's good. What do you think? What do you think of this?
We call these reviews Pillow Talk. They're just a different ridiculous pillow up there every time.
Where are we gonna get all these pillows?
Where are we not? I'm sure we can find something.
That face. The face only I could love, and everyone else. Oh, look at you.
Alright, let me see. Oh, fuck, dog! Oh, you little son of a bitch. Perfect.
No way it doesn't get too much for crutches.
Down.
Jump up. Oh, people. People. Good boy. Hey, jump up. Jump up. Yeah, stay on the big couch where you belong.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's been recording for a while.
Oh, well, that's perfect. We have all these outtakes. You want to start? You want to go second? Because the way I see it, first thing we should do is introduce ourselves.
Oh. I'm Nathan.
I, too, am Nathan. But he's actually pretending to be me right now. I'm really Nathan. He's actually Nathan. Is that right?
Nailed it. First try. Weird thing. No script.
Yeah, no script. Because we want something raw, something real, something pure.
That's what my girlfriend wanted.
You know what? Same, which was weird when... You talking about the one with the white hood?
Yeah.
The irony being, this is the first Star Wars starring black man.
Okay, so we're talking about Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, Episode 7?
Force Awakens.
Whatever. Same thing.
Yes,
Star
actually,
Wars.
in a lot of ways. And that is actually probably my primary complaint.
Okay, let's hear it.
Star Wars, as I remember, every day...
Oh, and this is pre-spoilers.
Yeah,
So no spoilers yet.
Yeah, let's pause this. No spoilers, guys.
We're not actually pausing it because we'd have to...
Yeah, no, we'd have to go up there.
So you guys pause. Wait, no, don't pause because...
Are we paused right now? I feel like we're paused right now. Wait. Oh, there we go. We're not paused.
Continue to watch. We're not going to spoil anything. We'll give you a heads up.
Yeah, we don't want you guys to get spoiled unless you want to. More importantly, we want you to have a reason to listen to the video even longer, because eventually we're going for quantity and not quality. So
oh yeah, I think that shows.
I do, which shows in my.
We already have one view. Good job, Pete.
For those of you at home, he's scratching himself in the most ridiculous of ways. All right, so that's my biggest actual problem with this movie, though, is that when I was a kid on Christmas Day, it was playing with toys or whatever I got with I think it was ABC, but it doesn't matter. Star Wars was playing, original trilogy, and it felt like a myth. And part of it was, yeah, it was an older film, but it almost felt like the most expensive independent movie of all time. It wasn't action for the sake of action. It was drama, it was story, and yeah, it's a cliche story.
Wouldn't acting as well.
Still, point being though, is that it wasn't like look at this crazy thing. Like, you had your dogfights, you had your lightsaber battles, and you definitely had some gunfights, but...
I don't remember a dog in the entire movie.
Well, yeah, that was all in the special edition. People, get your game up.
Good dog.
One tail away. But no, guys, I really do feel like Star Wars doesn't need to be subdued, and there's definitely something to be said about the incredible adventure. But I do feel like at times this movie veered a little bit too far into action territory, where it went a little bit less science fiction fantasy and a little bit more science fiction action, which I just feel isn't the merit of Star Wars.
It does kind of, I don't know, hit the notes of this time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what our movies are. They are little funny quips and action. And then sometimes funny stuff happens in the action.
Yeah.
It's just weird that we can laugh at a death. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's a little fucked up.
Well, even Star Wars cartoon, Star Wars Rebels, which if you guys aren't watching, please do. It's amazing. I really do like certain episodes. He's nodding his head so hard that it actually came unhinged, so it looks like he's shaking. I really do like Rebels, but even in Rebels, when they're killing stormtroopers left and right,
It's hilarious.
if it's a joke or it's nothing, like it's just what the good guys do. Which isn't to say it's
Killing is bad.
killing.
Don't killing.
Killing is almost worse. It's bad and it's also wrong. Killing is.
Badong.
I was gonna say bad, but I mean, I guess.
I mean, if you're gonna go kung pao, you might as well go all the way.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
And then she hit me.
Mm-hmm. I would say another big difference between Star Wars now, like this one, even compared to like the prequel, the first prequel, maybe the second, like there's a lot more conflict in the characters. You know, before it's like, oh no, this is happening, let's go do this. Oh no, now we have to do this, well let's go do that. Whereas this, you know, you actually see characters struggling with their duty.
And struggling with their emotions. Like, we won't go spoilers yet, but there are definitely, like, they have fears, they have wants, they have needs, they have vulnerabilities, which...
I'd say it's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's great, and I love that. In fact, honestly, and I'll get into spoiler territory, the Luke of it all, spoiler territory later, but the Luke of it all isn't even who you'd expect, in my opinion.
If he's even in it.
No, I just mean like that character. I mean, obviously you have the archetypes. We have those characters that fit certain roles.
Okay, yeah.
But I feel like the motivations of the characters are almost switched around, and we can get to that in a moment. But anything else that you want to add real quick before, or not real quick, but add before we go into spoilers? Like
I guess we were supposed to kind of give like feelings.
Yeah.
So a quick rating. What would you give it?
Honestly, 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I'm kind of stuck there, so I'll go 7.75.
I would actually lob this in there as one of my favorites of the Star Wars.
Oh, I would put it.
Definitely above all the prequels.
I think I'd rank it Phantom Menace obviously at the lowest. I would probably put.
That was the one with Anakin.
Revenge of the Sith.
Love that guy.
Revenge of the Sith.
Good guy.
Clone Wars. A New Hope. Force Awakens. And then Return of the Jedi, then Empire Strikes Back. And though, honestly, depending on how I'm feeling, Return of the Jedi and Empire can switch around for me.
Ewoks.
I know you hate that movie.
Did this one have any annoying little creatures?
It didn't, and that's one thing that we can get to in a moment. But one thing that I gotta say, though, is that... And maybe I'll like it more in a couple of days after I've had some time to think about it. What really, like... It's still a great film. It's still... Okay, it's still a very...
say thing?
Well,
Yeah, technically.
I wanted to argue it was a good Star Wars movie, but like, it just didn't feel whole to me in some ways. And I expect that in the first part of a trilogy, but I felt like it had such a pace to it that it didn't quite earn its moments. Like, it slowed down at weird parts. It picked up at others.
True.
And so the moments that were supposed to feel grand, like the reason why I rate Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi so high are the moments. The moment when Vader betrays Palpatine is my favorite moment.
Spoilers.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like if something's 30...
Okay, fine.
Okay, alright.
Whatever.
People, I'm sorry. You probably weren't... He wasn't up here when we saw it. No, was he? He was probably...
Yeah, he was around. He was behind Hunter.
Well, then no one can see anything.
Yeah.
Just when Palpatine betrayed Vader, it felt earned. When Luke breaks down when Vader tells him the truth, you see that contouring of his face. The emotions go through him briefly, but you see it. And you know that he's had this thought about Vader for Empire Strikes Back, obviously, you know, and you hope.
Yeah.
The fact that this man could be his father, you know, that it's earned.
That army of Gungans.
Okay, he didn't earn that, obviously. But the
You're so general. Nailed it.
He's okay, whatever. Alright, let's... Jar Jar I still kind of defend because he's supposed to be annoying, but the fact...
They nailed it. They hit it right on the head.
The fact that they gave him a command, and the fact that he had any sort of influence with people politically is just... But, alright.
Yeah, like 2 seconds in a room with the guy, you're like, is he
an idiot? Like, why is he
like,
here?
did he wander from his special class? Did he misplace his helmet?
I'm pretty sure that he was a special class envoy, but that's mocking a group of people that I feel don't need to be compared to Jar Jar.
Okay, yeah, no, that's too far.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would defend it as you're not really mocking them so much as reality. Like, it's just...
Yeah, it's
I mean, you can still call someone stupid as long as they're not too stupid, then it's mean.
I guess overall, like, I liked the movie. I definitely, of course, recommend seeing it.
Yeah.
It definitely has some amazing parts. It just felt lopsided at times. You know, everyone online is going crazy, like, J.J. Abrams has saved it, and like, you know, oh, it's in great hands. And I'm not saying it's in bad hands. I'm saying that the fact that it felt a little bit more action-oriented at times rather than subdued, the fact that the moments that they clearly are trying to show you are the big moments didn't feel earned, it just felt incomplete to me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I can't raise it super high. Like, I've seen people say, like, it's the second best, you know, after Empire Strikes Back. And I feel like there's a little bit of space between it. And the one thing I do want to say, though, is that overall, I don't think it captures that Star Wars magic. But the prequels didn't even come close to touching it. This high fives the Star Wars magic. It is making that content.
So that is a touch. You said it didn't touch.
No, the prequels didn't touch.
Okay,
the prequels didn't touch.
So this one did touch, it just isn't.
The prequels felt like they were like, hey, this is, you know, it was that footnote to the original trilogy, in a way.
Yeah.
And I can explain that magic more when we get to spoilers, but like, the magic of Star Wars to me was that cantina, and we'll talk about it later. There's a, you know, this isn't a spoiler,
It's
you know.
a pretty big plot point.
Hey guys, there's a bar in this one.
Cantina.
Sorry, there's a cantina. Oh, watering hole. That's a spoiler, though. Yeah. Either way, there is that moment where you see all these characters and you wonder, like, what's their story? Where is this thing from? What the frick is that?
You wondered all those things? I just thought, ew, stop. Who can drink? Okay, seriously? We're not allowed to have dogs in places that serve food, but those creatures can be around food? You're fisting me.
I think it's more...
Issues. There are issues with their health codes, their violations.
You just don't like the Celestins, even though there wasn't anyone in that scene. They were later, but there wasn't.
I know, it was still gross.
That one with the pincer things at the bottom. Yeah, the mosquitoes were weird, but they had a cute laugh. Alright, anyhow.
I would eradicate all of the Celestins. I would lead... Celestin? Salami?
Salamis.
The salamis, I would eradicate all of them.
I feel like at that point you should have said it right. Okay. Nothing.
Didn't I say it right?
Yes, you did. Salamis.
Does it know what I'm saying?
It high-fived the magic. The magic was there in bits. Because you felt like there was always a story. Like, even the you know, the spies that ratted this person out, or the guy that ran this shop, or the person that clearly owned this ship at some point.
I would point out that's the stupidest thing. They're aware of what were they? The bad guys.
The First Order?
Can we say that?
Yeah, that's everywhere. The First Order.
Okay, so the First Order, they're aware what kind of shit they do. Like, everything we've seen is just like explosions every time they could. Why would you ever be like, hey, I'm going to tell them that this thing they want's here, that way they come and kill me?
I think it's the same.
I'm an idiot.
I can't fault them for putting that in the story because we have people that join ISIS from America. Like, self-preservation.
Yeah, Archer's in ISIS.
We have people joining the real-life ISIS from America. I would totally go join ISIS. Although I would wear Kevlar every day.
Different ISIS.
Different.
We're talking about Archer. You literally just said you join a terrorist organization.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't... That's what you... Okay.
Archer and friends terrorize a lot of people.
Jihads are pretty fun, you know?
Yeah, that's certainly great. But that shit, that kind of thing happens enough in real life for me to accept it. But I don't know. I like that I felt that there are all these different stories that we have yet to learn. There's all these different things. There's all these different alleyways and pathways that, the cool thing about Star Wars was that even the stormtroopers who didn't have names had stories if you looked for them. And I feel like this definitely has a branching point for that kind of moment, that kind of expansion. And the other thing that I just really, really liked in terms of the Star Wars magic is that sense of wonder. And I do give Abrams credit for this. I'm going to kind of give him a finger for it too, depending on how you look at it. But
finger.
all of them. Wet.
Nice.
Right in his ear. Wet Willie style. We had Luke with us that first movie, kind of like, what is the Force? What is all this? And you still had like people like talking like, oh man, it's just a myth, and not everyone knows that they can believe what they hear.
I mean, there was a cracked video that kind of talked about how Han Solo was an idiot. That was their premise. Han Solo was how old in the first? He was an adult. During his lifetime, the Jedi fell.
He was supposed to be early 30s.
And the Jedi fell when Luke was born. And Luke was a teenager of about 16.
Yeah, but I feel like...
So Han Solo would have been a teenager? And he still thinks it's just mumbo-jumbo hokum?
I feel like Solo was...
A lot of people forget pretty quick.
I do feel like Solo was a bit more of a... I mean, he's from a city. He's a city boy, in a way, like a country city boy kind of thing. Corellia, it's a big city planet, but it's kind of a. It's not exactly like the most. Corellia, it just didn't feel like this is the most connected. Like, I could be wrong, but from everything that I've seen and I recall, while Corellia is a big, big place and filled with cities, it's probably not the most well-informed of locations at times. The shipyards are certainly a major part of the locations. That is a very large dew claw right in my testicles.
Good boy. You were saying it?
I was saying something. I can see Solo like bringing things onto myth, but point being though is that we had the intro to these things. We had intros to the Force. We had intros to the Jedi myth. We had intros to it through Luke. And if he jumps, he's gonna dislocate a rib. He's fine.
Okay.
Just lay down though. So
Just keep stepping on you.
yes, he does.
Here.
You knew it was gonna happen.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go. Perfect.
So little. He's a good lap dog.
Yeah, great lap dog. So we had the point of view characters.
Okay, yeah.
And we have that sense of wonder. And even with characters, even with moments that people knew more, like characters knew more than some of the other characters, you still felt like everyone was kind of in awe. Like the audience could be in awe. And that was part of Star Wars for me.
Okay. Alright, not gonna argue it.
Okay. Spoiler time, you think?
Yeah, spoiler time.
Okay.
Right on the nuggets.
Actually right in my gut. We're good.
Good boy.
You missed it.
Anyway, audience, that is People.
Yeah.
Yes, I named my dog People. It confuses other human beings when I yell his name in public.
Usually other human beings. I'm supposed to get to talk about other humans.
He's a People.
He is a people.
Good boy.
Alright. Spoiler time, guys.
Luke dies.
So hard. Real spoilers, though. You want to go first?
Jar Jar's not in it. That's a huge,
Thank God.
huge plus. There was a planet that I thought was going to be Naboo, and I thought, oh, fucking Gungans. Sorry, it was like blue.
That
it was
planet
blue
was
and green.
pretty much blown the fudge up, so I was kind of hoping it would have been Naboo.
That one didn't get destroyed.
Oh, the one that they were in?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that it's like, okay, the Empire's back, but they're called I already forgot what they're called again.
First Order.
That thing, the First Order. Why not just be called the Empire again? Why a new name? But they're like, hey, we're evil, right? Yeah, we're fucking evil. Let's make a just kidding, Death Planet. their big plan is to make a Death Star that can kill 5? Was it 5 planets at once?
It destroyed 5 planets, yeah. Basically shot solar flares.
But it was like it fired them off at a beam, and they just split apart perfectly to hit those planets. So I'm not sure that tells me that there's some sort of thing directing it, like a homing missile, but I feel like it was just shooting a beam to start. So did they just get really lucky on their first try?
I'm pretty sure they had some kind of calculations and guiding methods, obviously, but I get your point that it is, even for Star Wars, it's kind of a far-fetched weapon.
I mean, if there's guiding, okay, makes sense. If it's just calculations as, okay, when we fire it, it's going to spread it here and it's going to go like that. Luckily, this system has planets just in that order it'll hit. No one call our bluff, otherwise we can't destroy 5 in one go again.
Honestly, I feel like I get your point, but I don't know, with Star Wars, I can give it enough of a suspension of disbelief that I can imagine that there is some targeting reticle. Some targeting ridiculous rectangle is what I'm going to go with.
Rectangle?
Yeah.
It's as bad as salami.
Yeah, but less wet. Anyhow, I can imagine that there's some kind of targeting reticle.
Recticle.
So there's a targeting device that allows them to do this. Honestly, the moment where I kind of had it was when Kylo Ren holds a beam of energy.
That was so cool. I don't know if they can do that, but that was so cool.
I'm okay, like, that he, when he's looking at it, but then he drops it, acts like it's nothing, goes and has, like, a conversation with someone.
It was a good conversation.
It was a great conversation.
It was pretty good.
We can get back to the moment. But has a conversation with someone, and then, like, 2 minutes, 3 minutes after he leaves, then it picks back up. Like, if you had shown him, like, making some kind of effort, maybe just reaching out the entire time, it felt almost too
forced. I thought it would have been amazing if the dude that shot it, he would then grab the guy, pulled him in front of it, and then let it go.
Poe?
Oh yeah, we're in spoiler territory. Yeah,
yep.
Poe.
Poe. Let's talk about characters and who we like.
We both like Poe.
Poe was good.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
Pretty great guy.
I like Poe. The acting for Poe, like, Oscar Isaac is the actor. He did a really good job just kind of having... Like, Poe, you kind of like instantly because he's got a little bit of snort to him. Not quite swagger, though. Like...
Yeah, pretty serious guy, but he still has some good quips, and it's just so bro lovable, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing I really liked about him. I liked his chemistry with Finn more than anyone else's. Like, even Han and Chewie didn't feel as warm towards each other. Like, they were there and they had their, Han and Chewie
moments, yeah.
But, like, Chewie really kind of felt like he was just there most of the time, too.
Chewie's almost always just there to make noises when he's in stealth.
I don't recall his fingers being that large and, like, chocolate looking.
He gets hungry.
That's
really bad for Wookiees.
Yeah, it is.
Shouldn't give chocolate.
No, guys, it's just like dogs. But
he's like surprised that his foot's there.
Yeah,
Did you
right.
see that? Like he moves, his leg goes off to the side, and then he's just like, "What?"
I liked Poe. Poe was really cool. Finn, honestly, I thought John Boyega definitely had a good attitude and definitely sounded really cool and like a home guy.
You say home guy?
Like, he's a guy that you can just chill with.
Like a homeboy?
I don't mean like in that way, but I mean like just a guy that you can hang out with. Like, he didn't seem like a jerk.
That's Finn, right?
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, he's black.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't... Okay.
Shouldn't call him homeboy.
Well, okay, let's I hold home guy. Alright. Well, let's look at this. When people freaked out that Michael B. Jordan was going to be Human Torch, he's like, the haters just going to see it anyhow. Like, he was a bit of a dick. And by the way, they didn't. No one did.
It was a pretty bad movie.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
Oh, yeah, no one's seen it. Oh,
yeah.
That's what you get for being jerks.
We're not rich actors.
Some people did try really hard for that, and we thank you for that. And I'm not saying that Michael B. Jordan's a bad guy or a bad actor. He's great in Creed, but point stands though that he's kind of a jerk about it.
You saw Creed?
No, but I understand that everyone's talking about it. And
okay.
Like I'm going by the consensus. But Jordan was a dick about it. Was it deserved? Maybe. Finn Boyega, when people freaked out about a black stormtrooper, he was like, guys, I hope you see it and I hope you make up your minds then. Like, he seemed humble.
People do like humble folk.
That was more racist than anything I've said.
When I talk like a simple farmer?
Yeah. Farmers are pretty racist. We're in Iowa, man. Come on. This is against our people.
Don't be so corny. Hey, farming
like
Iowa humor, hooray.
Finn was good, though. He was very sweet. You actually got his motivation very quickly.
I'm not sure if I bought him as a character.
Okay.
Because stormtroopers are taken from their families, raised and conditioned to be stormtroopers.
Sure.
He's a pretty sweet, nice guy. With kind of funny dialogue, especially with the, do you have a cute boyfriend? Like, you know.
I felt like
He hit on her. He definitely did. I mean, like in an awkward, nerdy way, but he definitely hit on her.
he did, and
He was way too cute.
I feel like stormtroopers at this point aren't what they were for many reasons, clones, all that. The idea that the stormtroopers are basically just indoctrinated and pulled. I feel like Finn isn't going to be as hardened as some of the other stormtroopers.
Oh, hardened and just like a sweet, sweet little potato pie. Two different things.
I can see that, but
I mean, I'm not saying I dislike him as a character. I just don't 100%. Peep, don't lick that.
not his penis, just for the record.
Yeah, he's been licking his foot and it's bald there.
I don't know. Like I feel like
Jerk.
someone can grow in like the Star Wars universe. People can have certain circumstances and still have certain views. Let's look at Kylo Ren, for instance. We don't know all of his story, but we'll get back to that. But
Dick.
looking at Rebels, looking at what I understand for some of the previous expanded universe before it was all retconned, there were a lot of people able to let conditioning go depending on the circumstances.
Well, this isn't letting conditioning go. This is what he was raised with. There should be no other Finn. You get to him at a young enough age, this is the only life he knows.
Well, he was part of the sanitation. There's a spoiler. He was part of the sanitation.
Dave, get out of your butt.
He was.
All in your butt. Hey.
He was essentially support staff. He probably didn't have the same rigorous training.
Oh no, this was his first battle.
Yeah.
This was his first battle. First time he's ever seen someone die. Did not react to it well. Had an awesome blood thing on his helmet.
Yeah.
Which looked really cool.
Yeah, it did.
It did look cool.
Stormtroopers and clone troopers with blood on their helmets always look good, though.
Peep. Don't wag your tail at me after. Yeah, you know what you did. I guess what I'm saying is.
I see your. I
that's
see
something
your
you
point.
would have had to have learned.
I see your point, and I think that it is. It's possible that just. He wasn't, since we know that he wasn't a main stormtrooper, that something happened at some point to get him in that moment where we meet him, but he clearly didn't grow up in the same way that other stormtroopers do. And at the very least, I totally agree that there's something there where he is not the same kind of hardened military as some of the other stormtroopers.
Well, it's not even just that he's hardened in the military. It's just he's a genuinely nice guy with funny dialogue, a little bit of wordplay and banter. I mean, not like Poe by any means, but who's he practiced with?
Well, maybe he's just, even though he was raised that way, maybe
People,
he's just,
seriously. Get out, pig. Get out of there.
maybe
Why?
it's just straight up he is just an off man. I mean, in terms of the stormtroopers. I mean, if you go back and even like this is an expanded universe idea, but there's Dr. Orogorub, the
How did you pronounce that?
Dr. Orogorub.
How did you pull that off?
Reading the name a lot. He was that hut scientist that equated science to art, and he was friendly. Bit of a short-sighted, selfish kind of character, but he was friendly. He was like, hey, you want to read this? Can I study your brain? No, but it's for science. You sure? Fair enough.
So he's the creepy scientist archetype.
He's not creepy so much as he is.
Well, I mean, like, hey, if you die, can I have your body?
Yeah,
Like that.
Yeah,
Like that's,
no.
I'd say that's a little.
But that's not.
That's a little creepy.
That's not what we expect from huts. We expect huts to be like
Pizza.
money. Yeah, no, I don't want pizza.
God, I do. Not from Pizza.
But we don't expect that, and maybe Finn is just one of the odd off. Either way, I get your point. I guess I'm just saying it's not.
Let's move past.
Yeah, it's just not as big.
Yeah.
Let's talk
my
about.
concern.
Let's talk
It's not
about
that big a
Rey.
deal. Okay, Rey. Surviving as a child, was she left or sold?
I think she was sold.
But again, what kind of slave system is that? They still pay them.
I don't. Well,
Only
yeah, they pay him
rations.
food. I don't know if that's a standard slave. It's more like some kind of not work camp, but like a commune. Those exist. You work.
Yeah.
You work and you get food. It's usually like a very rudimentary system, but that kind of thing has existed in the past. But your point. I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
You were saying, or is that just what you wanted to talk about? It's just sold off as a kid.
Oh yeah, that was why she was there.
Yeah. Someone left her there. Most likely her
On
family.
a shit desert planet.
I feel though that she was at the academy.
You think she was at the Jedi Academy?
I do. I feel like part of her memories are locked away because it definitely seemed like
She was a youngling?
she was really. I don't know. Maybe that's overstepping, and probably is. But like,
It's a good guess.
she came into the Force in this. Like, she never really had it, or I mean, she had it, but she never really like knew she had it. And she clearly knew the legends. Like, she knew that they had certain tricks and abilities.
So she would have had to learn that from someone, and I don't think she learned it from other scavengers.
No, the only thing we can think of is that at one point she's got Kylo Ren is trying to read her, trying to get into her mind, and she clearly picks up on something from him too. And we know that when she was near the lightsaber itself,
She was having visions.
which, by the way, I swear to God, if they later on explain that she's part Kifar, I will lose my shit.
Whom?
Kifar was they look like human. They usually mark themselves with some kind of paint on birth that kind of tattoos into their skin. But Kifar have a naturally innate force ability to pick up memories and visions from objects.
No.
Yeah, like the Jizrag. That's gonna be.
Oh, that would be
really...
so. Oh, God, that's how you beat one in a fight. Throw that at him. Be like, oh, that crusty garment here. No! Dude, did they have to touch him, or did they just be near him?
Touch them.
Yuck.
Just imagine. Yeah.